Okay, everybody, this video is going to go through what an annotated bibliography is. I'm sure most of you had done these in high school, but I do it a little differently. I have a format that you have to follow, I know, as usual. So here's what is an annotated bibliography. Here's what are databases, and you can link right to those through here. IVC database video tutorial, how I go about doing my research for the R. And then here's an example of what your annotated bibliography has to look like, or I won't grade it. It'll be a 0 if you don't follow my formatting. So let's go up here to the annotated bibliography requirements. So first of all, your annotated bibliography, you're going to do research for the R. And the prompt for the R is based on the Mary J. Blige video. Remember, we have Joyce, Paul, and Pelon. And you're going to choose one of them to be your pro, the other is going to be your con. So if you, let's say you chose Joyce as your pro, and then maybe Paul is the con, you want to do research on both. Joyce, wife abuse. Paul was the drug addict. And the point here is which one of the two that you choose, of the three, is most likely able to break the cycle. Is Joyce able to break out of wife abuse more than Paul could, drug abuse, or even Pelon in a gang? But you have to choose two people. One will be your pro, one will be your con. And that's what you do the research on. So the requirements are you're going to have 10 resources in your annotated bibliography. Of these 10, 8 of them have to come, you will use for your R. You cannot, if I'm reading your paper and you cite maybe me, Howell, but I don't see Howell in your annotated bibliography, I'm going to stop there and we're going to have to meet. Everything has to be in the annotated bibliography. The cheating is so bad, that's why I have to do it this way. Alright, so then you want 10. So 10 of the resources that you use in the annotated bibliography, 8 of those will be used in your R. Okay, so when you're doing your AB, you're going to have the person's, the author's name, etc. And then you're going to cite, which I'll show you in a second, summarize, and then evaluate. And this is going to be due on Friday, January 30th. And again, you need 10 of the 8. I think I put that there. Only 5 or 6 of them should come from a database. If you want to use Google or something like that, it's okay. Or you can also use resources from the class. Put those in the annotated bibliography. But 5 of them have to come from databases. And I don't know why, I thought I had that. But again, 5 have to come through databases. Alright, I know I sound like a broken record. I want to go and show you exactly what your annotated bibliography will look like. And I think I shot by it. Oh, excuse me. So here's the sample. It's the example or sample of annotated bibliography. So like you're going to have your name or your group name here, just as the MLA heading. Then you're going to have topic and working thesis. Topic, what is the topic? It's not lightning safety tips. That's just an example that came from the source I am using. You will be who can best break the vicious cycle. And then the thesis statement. If you have your thesis statement, great. If you don't, just leave it blank. Because as you do research, your thesis may change. You may start with Joyce as being the one most likely to break the cycle. However, as you do more research, you might switch to Paul or Pelon, and that's okay. So let's say that the first thing we found was, this is the lighting. And remember, you're looking for wife abuse or whatever. But let's say you found an article that you liked, and you're going to write, it's going to look like this. The last name, first name, just like this. Okay, where you found it, make sure you're using MLA. If you use APA, it's a done deal. I'm not going to even grade it. We're using MLA in this course. If you're using APA, which students have, that sounds very much like you've looked for AI. Alright, so here's what all of yours will look like. So, number 1, where did the information come from? That's citing. So you've already done that. 2, summarize the book or the article. And you need to write these down. So for cite, you don't need to write cite because you already cited it here. Cooper Mary. Summarize. Well, what's the article about? Okay? It doesn't need to be a long summary, maybe 2 or 3 sentences, and then evaluate. Is it current research? Was it in the last 5 years? Is it peer-reviewed? Now, most of the journals that you get in the database will be peer-reviewed, which is good. That's why I don't want you to use Google and stuff like that too much, because anybody can lie. This stuff has been verified. So we go to number 2. So Dill David, here's the name of the article, here's the where it came from, and again, cite. You've already done that with the entry, so you don't need to write cite if you don't want to. And then summarize, and then evaluate. I need to see all of this, okay? And if it's not done properly, I'm not grading it. All right, so let me jump out of here. So again, you need 10 sources. 5 of them have to come from the databases. If you don't know what a database is, you can look, oh my gosh, sorry guys. You can look right here, and then here's my IVC database video tutorial. Go through it because I tell you like what I use for search, what I use, and make sure you use full text articles. If you type in a topic like wife abuse and you don't click full text articles, you will get hundreds of sources. You don't want that. You want to be able to click on it and see the whole article there. You don't want just to get an abstract. Okay, so that's another thing. So watch that and you'll have it. All right, I want to make sure I'm doing everything right. So again, annotated bibliography, do the research, gather your facts for the R. There needs to be 10 resources. 5 of them have to come from the database. And make sure you follow the sample, the example here, and then you're going to submit it here, and it's due on Friday, January 30th. If you do not submit an AB, I will not grade your R. It's a 0. If you're in a group again, just write everybody's names horizontally. It is okay to work by yourself. Okay, everybody, take care. Thank you.